Welcome to our penultimate session of the One Thing Challenge, which is tonight we're going to be dealing with, how shall I put this? Creatively staying happy around our loved ones. How does that sound? Yeah. And we're doing this for all of the month of December because December is what? The holiday season. The holidays. Starting next Thursday is Thanksgiving, and it is it's the marathon of visiting your family, dealing with family you haven't seen for a long time, dealing with family who might have really ticked you off from the age of 6 on, Uncle Jimmy, who just seems to be obnoxious all the time, to really, really, really old hurts, parents who were not there for us, parents who made things very difficult for us, siblings, you name it. Family's tough, right? So we've been working with this One Thing Challenge of doing one thing for 1 month that is going to make us happier and healthier, correct? What do you think can make you happier and healthier than going to visit your family and actually having a good holiday rather than dreading it, right? And if you're happy in your life where you are, don't you want to carry that with you and actually celebrate the holidays? That's what people say, right? You celebrate the holidays. You don't wait for them to be over. Well, in the past, and in most people's lives, they find the holidays very stressful, right? What kind of stresses are there? Anybody want to throw things out?
Financial stress.
Financial stress. Oh my gosh, we've got so many things to touch on. Financial stress.
Emotional stress.
Emotional stress. Anything else?
Time stress.
Time. Busy, 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 busy. How am I going to get all this stuff done? Anything else?
Mother-in-law.
Oh.
Mother-in-law stress.
The weather.
Fatigue.
The weather. The weather can be bad. Fatigue. You're just
From
tired.
just being so busy.
Yes. Anything else?
There's probably physical stress. I mean, your body.
There's physical stress. You're hauling all those presents around.
Hanging lights.
Hanging lights. You might start shoveling snow. There's all kinds of things, right? Well, do you know that more people die during the holidays than any other time during the year? It's like, overall, it's a 5% increase. There was I wanted to get this right. Because, and by the way, this is not suicides. That's a myth. There's a myth that more people commit suicides during Christmas than any other time of the year. Not so. It's actually in April when they start getting bills. Just kidding. Jenny, it was actually your daughter that pointed that out. But in the Social Science and Medicine Journal, a study was published that was led by the University of California at San Diego, and they studied all of the deaths between 1979 and 2004. And in those, how many years is that? We got 79, 89, 99, so it's 35 years. In 35 years, there were 42,325 more people that died during that time than expected. And it was about an overall increase of all different sociological groups. Everybody had increased. No matter your color, no matter how much money you make, no matter where you live in the United States, about an average of 5% more people died during that year, or during that time. Now here's the fun part. A lot of these people, they're all natural causes. All right, so some people had cancer and they died, some people had heart attacks, strokes, those kinds of things. What do you think the #1 day is for people to die of a heart attack?
Isn't it Monday?
No, no, like the number one day of the year.
Like Christmas
Oh.
Day.
Like Christmas Day.
Serious?
More people die on Christmas Day. Number 2 is December 26th. And number 3 is January 1st.
Oh my gosh.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes!
Now I'm worried.
It's a good thing you're here. We're going to save your life.
All right.
And, I mean, think about that. More people die during the holidays than any other time. Now, you look at all these different studies, and they're going, why are they doing this? Is it because there's junior doctors in the hospitals? Is it because people are eating poorly? Well, you know that it's not eating French fries or chips and dip or fondue for 3 days that will kill you, right? That doesn't kill you. You might not feel so great, but you're not going to die just from 3 days. Or even a month. A month, you can eat terribly for a month. Did anybody ever see Super Size Me? Yeah? Morgan Spurlock, West Virginia native, by the way. He went to high school, probably around the same time that I had my mushroom hair. He went to school 45 minutes away from me. He's a documentarian. He ate McDonald's 3 times a day, supersized meals, for 1 month, and documented the changes in his body. He was way less healthy than he was at the beginning of the month, but he was still alive. So it's not the food that you're eating, although that can make you not feel so good. Is it the fact that they put in the doctors that don't know what they're doing in on Christmas? I don't know. I would say probably not. Is it because that they want to die on the day that Jesus was born? That was a thought. I'm not kidding. Well, actually, Jesus wasn't born on December 25th, so they're kind of missing the boat there a little bit. Sorry. But it's a nice thought, right? He comes in, I go out. He's not really being born right now, so, you might have missed the boat a little bit. But what's the real reason? Why do people have a heart attack? Stress. Why do people have a stroke? Stress. Now, is going to your house going to kill you? I don't know. But it can. It can. Going home for the holidays can kill you. But here's the other thing. Staying here and stewing about your family can also kill you. So what we're going to do with the One Thing Challenge for December is learning how to put the bags down. Okay? These are the bags right here. Just imagine they're like nice, big, shiny, beautiful bags, and they're full of Uncle Larry's awful, mean-spirited things that he likes to say about everybody else. Or your mother complaining about your significant other, or your kids, or talking about how great your sister's kids are. Do you know what I'm saying? These are these nice, shiny bags. Or, even more tempting than that is when they're talking about somebody else. You know what I'm saying? When the nice shiny bag is, you won't believe what your Aunt Susie is doing now. Oh my gosh. Now that one's fun because you can gossip. You can pick that bag up a little bit and just look inside and then put it back down because that's kind of fun. But what you don't want to do is pick up the bag. Oh, your cousin. They've lost everything. They're drunk all the time. The kids are in jail. Oh. And then that's all they talk about. Yeah? The dog left. The porch hasn't been swept in weeks. Everything is just... anybody know anybody in your family that's like this? It's a big misery, right? It's a miserable bag, but it's so pretty. And it's shiny and it's leather and it's got buttons all over it. And you might want to pick it up and really go there. Because what do we know about vibration and people?
The strongest vibration in the room wins.
The strongest vibration in the room wins. So if everybody is gravitating towards poor Meemaw talking about Larry, who doesn't have anything, and it could be someone that has cancer, talking about someone that has cancer. My mom loves to talk about people that die. We could be having the best time. And I mean, everybody's laughing, we're having good, fun, we're eating, we're joking, and then she'll say, "Oh, do you remember Mr. Wharton that lived across the street? He died." And you think I'm kidding, I'm not. What does that do to the energy of the...
Sucks it right out of the room.
It just... Sucking it doesn't even cover it. It just plummets. It plummets. So what do you do? What do you do?
Oh, poor Mr. So-and-so, and everybody say that.
Everybody kind of, they can go and do that. And that's what we've all done, right? We've all allowed ourselves to do that. And then what do? How do we end up after the first day? What do you feel like?
I was going to say, you open up a second bottle of wine and it gets a little bit better sometimes.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what you do. That's exactly what you do. Good
We
answer.
found out that the first bottle really helped the party, so helped a few people, so.
That's exactly right. Open up the second bottle of wine.
Oh,
That's always an
But the
it's always an
stressor
option.
on that one is so-and-so can't drink anymore, so we can't open the second bottle of wine.
There you
We
go.
couldn't
That's
even
true.
open the
Yeah,
first
that's
bottle
true.
because so-and-so's here.
Or I'll just share some of my family. You open up the second bottle of wine and somebody goes, you're going to get breast cancer because you're drinking that. That's why your Aunt Kate died. How much do you drink? Yeah.
Apparently not.
Apparently not enough for this occasion. That's how you feel, right? So what do you... We have so many scenarios that can happen right now. We've got the drunk aunt. She's always opening up another bottle of wine. We've got the person that goes and goes to cuddle, goes to comfort the person. And if you don't go there with them, then you're terrible. You are a terrible, terrible person if you don't go there with them. If you don't crawl down into that pit of despair and dismay at what someone else is doing that you can't control, no one can control. But if you don't crawl in there with them, then you're a bad person. You're a selfish person. Right? Now, who knows if that person's even thinking that way? You're thinking it. Sometimes people might actually say it. But most of the time, it's you that's thinking this. Why?
Because we've been with these people before.
Because you've been with those people before and you've been programmed to act a certain way. And when we get around family, see, we come here and we are in our own space and we're happy and we're doing our own thing. We're working really hard. We have so many people here who are working so hard to get stuff done, get stuff accomplished, change their bodies, change their lives, change their minds, change their health, yeah? And feeling good, right? And you're feeling good, and you're on a roll, and you've been doing this since January 5th of this year, and now it's time to go into family land. It's time to go into the trenches. And you can start off like this. I am really going to stay present. I am a happy person. They don't know how happy I am. I'm going to show them exactly how happy I am. I'm going to show them how advanced I am. I have grown. I've meditated. I've exercised. I'm different. I'm different than the way I used to be.
But they suck you right back into it. The minute you cross the threshold.
Exactly. That's why we've got this one thing challenge and doing the one thing at a time. So you drink your water, you do all those things that you can feel good about. Every time, you know, we're not picking the bags up. That's what we're going to practice all month. You can start now because Thanksgiving is next week. So you'll have 2 one thing challenges going on. But you're almost done with November. You should be, what was our last one thing challenge? Huh? Thankful. Oh yeah, we're being thankful. Hopefully you're being thankful. It's really pretty awesome, isn't it, to be thankful. But so stay being thankful, but start now by not picking up those bags, not picking up the misery bags or the angry bags. The angry bags are really fun because someone has really done somebody in your family wrong. Yeah? They've stolen their money, or even worse, they've taken, they've divorced, they cheated, they lied, they're terrible. Oh, they're awful. That's a really nice, big, like shiny designer red bag. You can get angry. And guess what happens when you get angry? Then you start drinking the wine, and then soon you're crying. Right?
Don't do that.
Well, you should come visit my family. Because that anger that you have focused on somebody else only works for a short period of time, and then it just turns around and it comes back at you or at this person, and it's just a big bag of angry that's just blown up in everybody's face. It was so much fun when it was directed at the cheating, nasty, scoundrel jackass. Right? That was fun. But it's like a boomerang. It'll come right back to get you. And guess what? Even though it's your sister or your cousin or your friend or your mom or whoever that's been hurt, it's still not your bag to pick up. So do you get what I'm saying about picking up somebody's bag? You can be there for someone. You can listen to them. But you don't have to go there with them. And here's why. We've always been taught that, right? You share somebody's burdens. You share your, I feel your pain. That was my Bill Clinton impression. Yeah. You feel someone's pain. Okay, let's dissect that sentence. I don't need to draw the brain today, so I won't. But we know what happens when we feel in our bodies, right? There's no such thing as a phantom feeling. They're all real. Even if someone doesn't have a leg and they have a feeling, guess what is happening? Different biochemical and neurological reactions in the body. There is no such thing as a phantom feeling. If you feel something, it's changing the way that your body's functioning. You get that? Think about it. So if you're taking on somebody's anger, your brain is producing chemicals that your body takes as anger. Your shoulders hunch up. You get in this position. I mean, you are angry. Yeah? You're drinking that wine like it's new tomorrow. Right? If you're sad, if you go somewhere, you go with someone who's sad. I mean, anybody ever had this? Here you are, right? Making a change. I feel so good. I meditate now. I'm breathing and drinking water. Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. I'm going to show my family how it's done. Yeah. Now that's your first mistake, thinking that you can change anybody in your family by just going and showing up. Not going to happen, especially over the holidays. They'll tear you down before they'll share. Most people. So you're feeling good, and then you find the person or the person comes to talk to you that is so sad, is so miserable, is really having a hard time, that you love a lot. You love this person. This person has been your friend, your sister, your cousin. They've been with you a long time, and they're sharing their heart with you. And so, what would you do, Jenny?
I'd fall right in their trap.
You would fall right, and they don't mean it to be a
Would.
trap. They really don't mean it to be a trap. There are not people out to get you. This is what you gotta understand. They're not out to get you. Yeah? Some people might be, I don't know. There are those diabolical relatives. But most people are just involved in their own stuff. They don't care about you. They don't care about your meditation. They don't care that you're feeling better about yourself. They might say, oh, that's great. They don't care. They've got their own stuff to deal with. And if it's your friend who's engrossed in her own misery, that's okay. Guess what? She's having a hard time. She's got 3 kids. She doesn't know where she's going to live. She's going to have to move back in with Mom. It's okay to be obsessed with your own stuff. It's all right. You're obsessed with your own stuff. You're obsessed with feeling great. You see? You're not different. So allow them to be where they are, and that will allow you to be where you are. You don't judge the person. It's so easy. If you would just read this book, if you would just watch my chiropractor's videos on YouTube, it will change your life. They're not going to watch. And if they're that miserable, they're probably going to hate it. You know, you want to go in and fix. But what you end up doing is 2 things. You fall into their trap, and there you are. You're just wiped out. You're wiped out. You feel awful because you're sharing their burden. So there's no phantom feelings. Your brain is producing, oh my God, my husband just left me and I have nowhere to live. Chemicals. That's what your brain is producing. And so your body's reacting that way. Oh. You're in victim mode. Right? And you can say, and you can turn it around. You can say, oh, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for everything I have. You can pull yourself out. Okay? The other thing that can happen is you judge that person. God, if they would only do this, this, and this, and this, I knew that was going to happen. They deserve everything they're getting. They're so dumb. Now, do you feel good about that? No. No. So how should we act? What's the best way to do it? Because if you go there and climb yourself out, you might stay miserable the whole time. Then you get angry because you were feeling great, and then you decided to come home, and now it's everybody else's fault that you feel terrible. Yeah? And then you judge, or if you judge people, then you realize, you know what, I'm judging people. Oh my God, being around these people makes me crazy. I'm miserable. I'm never coming home again. I hate my family. They drive me nuts. You see where I'm going? Like, you can't win. If you go there with them or if you judge them, you can't win. Is that making sense? So what do?
You have to love them unconditionally.
Love them. Well, Ted's. I never got to meet Ted's grandmother, but he said that she would always say, "Love them more. Love them more. Love them more." And yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to do it. The other thing is, you don't have to cut people off because you want to be a friend. You want to share. You want them to feel like they can come and talk to you because it's important for people to get things off their chest, right? You want that to happen. But what you can do is, instead of listening with sympathy, or even sometimes empathy, because when you empathize with someone, you can start to slide. I know how you're feeling, I can feel it. Instead of doing that, realize that the higher vibration wins. The higher vibration wins. And when I say win, it's not that you win a contest, that you control the situation. It's not about that. It's that if you want your friend, if you want your relative to actually get better, their vibration has to be raised. They have to realize that they are in control of the situation, just like you are in control of any situation that you have. You're in control of whether or not you fall right into their trap. You go into the pit, if you pick up the bag. You're in control of that. You have complete and utter control over that. This takes practice, which is why we're starting now. Okay? So how does this look? How does it look? What it looks like is, let's say, Judy, come on up here for a second. You'll see right here. I want you to tell me the saddest story ever. Just make it up about you.
I just lost my best friend, my kitty cat, and I don't know what to do because I can't sleep at night now. I don't have my cat there. When I watch TV, I have my cat there. I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? I can't live anymore without my cat.
Now, yeah, and this is kind of true, right? Yeah, and I wanted to cry as you're saying this because I've lost my own cats, and it's going there. No, I'm just kidding. This is what could happen, right? You lean in. Oh, it's okay. Oh, I know it's so sad. Oh, that's so bad. And then I talk about my cat that died, and how sad I am. And God, soon we're opening up another bottle of wine.
And see what's going through my mind is the minute my cat dies, I'm going to go buy new furniture because he has screwed up everything I got. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I'm waiting for mine to die too.
This is really not taking a good turn.
I love the cat though.
Class is not taking a good turn.
Everybody in here needs therapy now.
But do you get what I'm saying? I can step into that and be like, I'm so sorry, and go there with her. So I'm at the top of my game, so happy, because I go up to her and I'm saying, hey Judy, what's going on? How you doing? You look great. Well, I can't. And yeah. And you can go there. And we're all trained to go there, right? Because that's how you care about people. You show them you care about going there, being there for them. If you really love someone, then when they go there, you have to acknowledge, one, that, yeah, it sucks. Because it does. And most people, what they want is they want validation. They want to know that, yeah, it does suck. That's really hard. But now you can get new furniture. Just kidding.
I'm dead.
Just kidding. But it really sucks. But you're such a strong person. I know that you're gonna come out on this right. And take your time. Don't let anybody tell you to get over it. Because you need to take the time that you need to take.
That feels good. Yeah, I like that. I should think I do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is. You gotta grieve,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're supporting them, but you're also, I could feel
Elevating.
that. It's elevating, yeah.
Yeah. And so then the person leaves feeling, you know what? I can be miserable for as long as I need to be. Okay, cool. It's my decision. Because it is your decision. It's taking the victim out of it. Because, yeah. So when someone dies, when a pet dies, it can, they're gone. It can be really, really, really traumatic. And what does that do to your body?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is really hard. Now, do I want what's happening to her body to happen to my body? No. That's why we're talking about this at I guess you could call it a health class. I guess it's about being healthy. This is how we stay healthy. You can breathe and drink all the water you want, be healthy. But if you're miserable, you're not going to be very healthy. you're gonna be miserable. And a miserable body gets what? Sick.
Dies on Christmas.
And dies on Christmas. Just like Jesus. Oh wait, he didn't die on Christmas. Oh, sorry about that. I misunderstood. You can have a seat. Thank you very much. Way to go. Now, this is how you deal with people in the present time. Okay? You don't let them take you on a trip. Because that's what they're doing. They're taking you on an emotional journey that, oh my gosh, who knows where you're going to end up. Right? And when you get back, what happens? Are you in the same happy-go-lucky place? One, you're pickled. Two, you've probably eaten a lot of stuff because you're like, oh my God, it's really driving me crazy. I need some more turkey. Oh, look at this. Look at all these cookies. Look at this pie. You eat a lot. So you have blood sugar craziness. You feel crazy, which makes you want to drink more, which makes you want to eat more. Most people don't think, oh, you know what, I'm going to go exercise right now, because I'm so miserable. Most people don't do that. If you do, good for you. That's what you should do. Go for a walk. It's great. But most people don't have this sense of mind to do that because they're in the pit. And when you're in a pit, you can't see above the rim. And when you can't see above the rim and you feel hopeless, your body just sucks. To put it in just overall general terms, you just feel icky. We can go through all of the different processes that are happening to your kidneys, to your blood pressure, to your muscles, to your brain. You eat a lot of sugar, it's toxic to your brain. Can you believe it that you cannot form a sentence properly? Yes, because you're giving it the most potent drug that it knows, which is sugar. Now, don't do artificial sweeteners because that is just going to destroy it. Just don't do that. Don't do any of it. You can have a bit of sugar. I'm not going to tell you to not do that. Just don't load up on it. Do you know what I'm saying? The cravings, the shoveling stuff in. Now, that's dealing with present day. What happens when you walk in and you're, all right, I'm meditating, I'm exercising, I'm doing the one thing challenge, I'm eating well, I've been juicing. I'm going to drink juice at least once a day the entire week that I am at my mother's, which I'm going to her house for Thanksgiving next week. Haven't been there in how many years?
5 or 6.
5 or 6 years. I look great, I feel great, I'm a different person than I feel great. And then you walk into an old situation, an old house, and what happens?
Get triggered.
Memories. Here when we're doing in treatment, what we really focus on are these old memories and how your body can play tapes. Push a button on a tape, plays that old tape, that old scared child, the scared child who's young. The teenager who was rebellious. Anybody ever have a conversation with your mother and you become your 13-year-old self and you snip and snipe at every single thing that your mother says and there's no reason for you to do that? You go back to being a 13-year-old with mushroom hair. Anybody ever had that experience? You're like, you have to snap yourself. You almost have to slap yourself. You know your mother wants to slap you because she's like, I thought this was gone a long time ago. But you go into this situation, you go into the kitchen, you are talking to your mother, and something happens that puts you right back there. Now, talk about stressful on everybody. You are not you. You are you however many years ago, right? Cindy, I want you to talk about the story that you were sharing with us earlier, okay?
Oh.
You didn't even make it home yet, right?
No.
Before you had the
thought.
The thought.
Yes, we were discussing going to Thanksgiving and haven't been home for several years. And, just, I don't know, just in the conversation, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you remember the kids' table? We always had to sit at the kids' table. Well, our kids' table was down in the basement. So I got to thinking about that today, and it's like, why did they put us in the basement? And the more I thought about that, it just made me angry, because this basement was, dank. It was nasty, dirty. And it's like, that doesn't even make sense that we would be sitting down in the basement, because it doesn't even make sense to haul food down there. And here's all of us kids sitting down there at the card table, eating Thanksgiving dinner. And so I just thought, gosh, that really kind of makes me mad to remember. It didn't make me mad then, but thinking about it now, it's like, why did we have to sit down there in the dank, dirty basement to eat Thanksgiving dinner?
But at the time you enjoyed it?
I don't remember, I just remember it being there. I don't remember joy in it. I just, it was a thought that just came to me like, oh yeah, why, I don't think that I have dwelled on that all this time, but I guess it must mean something to me that it's making me angry now, 55 years later.
Yeah, those old patterns
Yeah.
just come up.
Yeah.
And it can be like it was yesterday.
So I would guess I must have been angry about having to go downstairs to the basement, or I wouldn't feel angry now, right?
There's two ways to answer that question.
Okay. Shall I get on the table?
Maybe. Maybe.
But yeah, the more I'm thinking about it now again, I'm getting all hot and angry.
And it's just the thought of it. It's the thought of a past experience that's creating a sense of anger in you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about how to deal with that anger in a second. But, because we all feel anger, right, when we go. That feeling of anger is real. Yeah? Just the feeling of me being annoyed with my mother, really acting like I was 13 years old, was real. There was no reason for it. She's just being herself. Yeah. Or the feeling of if something really bad happened with your family, if you dread going back, that is real. Maybe you shouldn't go back, but that's your choice. But those feelings are real. And so when you feel them, you can either push them down, have another drink, which I like the way you're thinking, by the way. I don't mean to pick on you. Works for me. Works for me too sometimes. But you can either push it down and it will come back up probably during that weekend and probably much bigger than it showed up before. Or you can let it out. I guess there's three things you can do. Let it out and just be angry and drive everybody crazy because they're like, what's wrong with Cindy? Why is she so angry about being downstairs in the dank basement at a kid's table? I can see why you would be angry. I can see why you'd be angry then. Doesn't sound very fun. Unless there were fun things to do, like a pool table.
No, an old piano. That's all that was down there.
That sounds kind of scary to me.
Yeah.
How bad were you as a kid?
Yeah.
I wasn't down there by myself. It was it was card table full.
But you can either let it out right then, or you can recognize it and deal with it. Now, this is where we're going to do the Morter March, the Empower March, in a few minutes. And that helps to just bring you back to center, bring you back to present. Also, any of the things that we do, seriously, all the things that we did with this one thing challenge, every time you feel, if you're in a situation, it doesn't have to be with your family at the holidays, but this is just one of the most trying situations that people have, and they die. We're trying to save your life here. taking a drink of water. If you take a drink of water, as you're drinking this water, I'm so thankful for this water. I'm so thankful for where I have been and where I am going. Forgiveness. We practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is letting go. This can be, you can use these difficult circumstances as a way to identify more things that you need to work on, that you need to let go, that are going to free you, free your body from this neurochemical prison that it's been in. Do you know what I'm saying? We can look at this as an opportunity. When you go in there and people start pushing your buttons or showing you bags, and you look at it as an opportunity to grow, whoa, that makes it a whole different ballgame, right? You're like, bring it on. Pile it in, Aunt Susie. Come on over here, Uncle Jeff. Tell me to pull your finger again. I hate it. But I'm gonna laugh with you this time. I've hated it ever since you embarrassed me when I was a child. You see what I'm saying? Because you never do the pull your finger and someone's not laughing at someone else, right? And it's not the guy going like this. When you're a child, that stuff stings, right?
Literally.
Literally, it does. And so, we use it as an opportunity, and we take ourselves out. If something is too powerful for us, we get a drink of water. Get our juice that we've taken with us. We have our cleanse for life or whatever. Whatever you're doing. Just do the things that you know. These steps, these good habits. Anything. Breathe. Because I guarantee you, you're going to have to remind yourself to breathe when you go home to visit your family. So you know how, at first I had the breathe breaks set for every 4 hours, like 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. That wasn't nearly enough. So I've been telling people now, every hour. Every hour. You go home, if you make it every 10 minutes, like a beep going off every 10 minutes. What in the world are you doing on that phone? Remind yourself to re-engage in the present. In your present. Because everybody's experience is different. Everybody's reality is different. Your reality is one of, I am a sane and healthy person. Where you're going might not be that way. So you just have to do little things, just little tiny things. Remember the rubber bands? If you need to hurt yourself in order to snap yourself back, do that. But you have to consciously remember, snap. That's why I think the alarm on the phone is great, because it takes out, you're going to be amazed at how many times you have to lower your shoulders. Everybody take a nice big deep breath. Doesn't that feel good? Now, I want you to imagine the person at home that tests you the most. Close your eyes. Imagine that person that tests you the most. See them. Feel them. What's your body feeling like? Nice big deep breath in. Blow it all the way out. One more time. Breathe in. Blow it all the way out. All right, open your eyes. Before we leave, we're going to do just a little meditation on just you staying centered. But it feels better, right? It feels better when you take that breath. Set the alarm on your phone at the very least once an hour. You can change it to every half hour if you need to. You can change it to every 10 minutes if you need to. But remember it. It is a tool. We were talking before about hairdressers that don't do the exercises they need to do to keep themselves healthy. And they put themselves in a certain position. You put yourself in a certain position all day, your body's going to react to that. So you need to take it out of that position in order to stay healthy, in order to stay surgery-free for things like carpal tunnel syndrome. All right? We need to take these steps. This is going to help you with your family. Now, let's say that you really, something really ticks you off. You get angry. You get there and you get angry. What if, now this I have not been able to do yet, so if you can accomplish this, then you're going to be a little bit higher than me. I'm going to do it though, probably in the next week. I can imagine that I will. I was listening to the Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. Anybody ever heard of him? Awesome guy. This was his recommendation for when you get angry. You can't control it. You are angry. Ugh. Energy is energy. It's not good or bad. Energy is energy. It's not good or bad. And anger is a lot of energy. Do you ever get, I'm a little bit angry? You could, but that's more like annoyed, right? If you're like, I'm a little bit angry at you. That's annoyed, Then there's, I'm a little bit angry at you. That's frustrated, Anger is anger. And if you're going to get angry, that's a lot of energy. So what the Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith said, he gets angry. If somebody's really ticked him off, he uses it as a way to channel his affirmations. So he's angry and he's like, I can't believe I am so abundant in everything in my life. I can't believe I'm so healthy. I can't believe I feel so good. I can't believe everybody around me loves me. I can't believe it. It's amazing. Now, could you feel that? You all were scared. Your family's going to be scared too. They're going to leave you alone if you do that. But it's going to make you smile. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to raise your vibration. You're going to use that anger to push you where you need to go. And it's not going to be, I can't believe my sister is such a loser. I can't believe that my brother's such a... I was going to say something. I'm going to stop myself there. Yeah? You take it and you use it for yourself. Amazing, huh? I would love to take credit for that. But that was Reverend Dr. Beckwith.
That kind of goes with the laughter, doesn't it? For like the self-talk or whatever, and just laughing it into.
You'll end up laughing. You will end up laughing here. With the self-talk, I forgot about the self-talk, but that was a really good one. That's where you realize that you are so dumb because you're creating all of this for yourself. So that comes later, But if you're going to get mad, and it can come first, you don't have to get mad. But if you really get angry, then channel it. Use it. Don't waste that energy. Definitely don't waste it on some jerk. Somebody who's mean. Somebody who doesn't want to see you thrive. You might be the only person in that whole house that wants to see you be happy, be healthy, be successful. It might be that. Because our families they don't know anything but tearing us down, a lot of them, right? They don't really know support. They don't feel supported themselves, and so they don't support us. So we gotta support ourselves. We create communities here. I think that any person in this room could go to another person and tell them something that they want to accomplish, and you'd hear nothing but, way to go, that's awesome. Right? We created this. Your family, you created that too, but that's a bigger discussion. You created the opportunity to grow, to become healthier. Because when you leave that house feeling good, when you leave that house realizing that you're not trapped there as a 7-year-old child, when you leave going, this was the most ridiculous holiday I've ever had in my life. These people are miserable, but I sure had a good time. Anybody have one of those relatives? They're always happy-go-lucky. They never get in the doldrums. We hate them, right? In the past, we have hated these people.
We thought she drank all the time.
We thought she drank all the time.
She didn't.
That's really awesome. She was just happy. She was just feeling it. She wasn't picking up any bags. She was just living her own life. And what I want you to understand is this is all under your control. This is a day-by-day thing. The not picking up people's bags, not like going there with them, is an everyday thing. It is something that is going to serve you in any situation.
Katie, I was just thinking, it's so often we believe it's the expectation that other people have of us
Mm-hmm.
that gets you into that. You see it on that person's face, their expectation, you didn't say the right thing, you didn't do the right thing, they're mad, they're annoyed, they're hurt, and you don't even always know what it is that you did, but I was just sitting here listening to you and realizing that it's not their expectation of us that makes us upset, it's our expectation of ourselves that we're supposed to meet everyone else's expectations of us.
That's exactly right.
And I'm like, if we could allow ourselves to be off the hook for being responsible to meet everyone else's, it's our own expectation that's our job, to meet everybody else's expectations, because we don't. It's not possible, because you don't even know what it is. That's the part that makes you feel so crazy, is they're mad and you don't even know why, or their feelings are hurt and you don't, and you spend so much time trying to untangle why they're disappointed or hurt.
That's a good word, untangling.
And it's too much burden. If you could just breathe instead and say, I'm not responsible for other people's expectations of me. My expectation of myself is that I'm just going to love them anyway. I'm just going to love me anyway, even when I don't live up to other people's expectations. I wish them well, because it's not happening. I've not been successful at meeting those expectations, so maybe just letting us both off the hook for that would be better.
Yeah, and then that's an expectation bag. That's a nice little satchel.
It's often unspoken,
Yeah.
The words never even get said.
Yeah, and that's not any of your business. That's their business. And their disappointment in you has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them.
Absolutely.
Because you're living your own life, right? Yeah. This is a lot of work. And I don't expect that anybody goes home, if you haven't been working on this for years, to go home and have a perfect Thanksgiving. But here's the thing that you got to remember. Every second is a new opportunity. When you remember that, every second is a new opportunity, you could go down into that pit and then realize, dang, I did it. I'm so dumb. That's when you laugh at yourself. I'm so dumb. And I'm saying dumb, not that you are dumb, but I would say I'm dumb to myself. That was a dumb thing to do, going into that pit of despair. Right? And then you really, climbing out is kind of a metaphor. Because really, if you make a choice right there, you just levitate out and you're out. You decide. If you want to go into the pit, go into the pit. If you want to pick up the nice juicy gossip bags, which, like I said, is kind of fun, you can. But the next second, you can say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm tired of this. And make a choice. And your body changes instantly. Stress chemicals go down. You take a big, deep breath in, your digestion starts to work better. You lower your blood pressure. That's why people have heart attacks. they get stressed. And then they get stressed about ruining the Christmas. And so they're feeling this, I'm feeling a bit of tightness in my chest, but I don't want to tell anybody because I'm going to ruin Christmas because they expect so much. Seriously. You stress yourself into a heart attack, and then you're so stressed about not letting anybody else know that you have a heart attack that you just drop dead. Who do you think's going to be more stressed? You're not going to be anymore. So
do a head count after Christmas.
yeah, we'll see who survived. But this is an easy thing to do if you do it. If you allow yourself the opportunity to mess up. If you realize that every second is a new opportunity to change how you were behaving. If you realize that you can say, I'm sorry, I was being an ass, and it's not the end of the world. You can apologize. Just because you meditate doesn't mean you're above the humility and humbling of a sincere apology when you do wrong. Because let's face it, we all do dumb things when we're around our family. And so in the next second, we can decide, that was really dumb. And you make right on it. How would you feel if someone did it to you? Do you see what I'm saying? So, are you all having some fun with this? Okay. So, what I want to do is everybody get up and we're going to do the Morter March. And what the Morter March is, the Empower March, is a way to use both the left and the right brain. Balance them, use them both at the same time. It uses the left and the right brain. It uses the inner ear canals to stimulate the brain. We're doing all kinds of fun stuff here. And it also can really invigorate the entire body. All right, this is a way that it balances the brain, it balances the body. You're going to feel good after you do this. Okay? So, everybody, take a giant step forward with your right foot. Put your left arm in the air. Like you're taking a big step. Okay? Good. Really reach. You need an adjustment. Reach that back arm. You're going to turn your head over to the arm that's in the air. Ted calls it sniffing armpits. Take a big deep breath in. Hold it for 10 seconds. All right, bring your arms down. Now, for the next one, big step forward with that left foot, right arm in the air, opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay? Look up at your hands. I'm going to tilt your head back a little bit. Take a big deep breath in. All right, back. We're going to do this 3 times on each side. Anyone that was wobbly, get ready because you're going to notice the wobble's going to start to go away.
Okay.
Okay? So, reach forward with your right foot. We're bringing balance back to the body. If you're tired, it's going to show up as imbalance. I promise. Tilt your head back a little bit. Nice big deep breath in. Hold it for 10 seconds. Good. One more time. Oh, actually, no. We got a few more times. So, left side. Tilt your head back. Nice big deep breath in. Hold it in. 10 seconds. Okay. Now, before we go to the next one, what I want you to think is, I am grateful and thankful for whatever it is that is making you crazy. Okay? Whatever it is in your family, whatever it is that you notice. I'm not going to put you in a happy place, like take you to a beach. I'm grateful and thankful for my beach house. No. I want you to dig in. I want you to realize this is freeing. Where you are going, the reason why you're being challenged is because it's time to let go. So if it's your mom that drives you crazy, I am grateful and thankful for my mom. Even if you have to grit your teeth and smile, I'm grateful and thankful for my mom. Fake it till you make it. All right? Think about something that you like about her. Anything.
She had great children.
Great children. Anything. Okay? I'm grateful and thankful for this person. Look at it. Look at it as opportunity. You are looking a lion in the mouth. Do it. This is going to make you better. That's what you're all here for, right? You're all here to be better. So do it. It's not easy. Actually, I did say it was easy before, didn't I? So it's not easy. It's hard. Right up until it isn't hard anymore, and then you decide that it's easy. You get to make the choice. So, last two. Grateful and thankful for the person that is driving you crazy. All right. All right, and back. Other side. Last one. Now, some people got their wobble back. Okay. How'd that feel? It's going to feel a heck of a lot better.
This where we go free at last, free at last.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you will feel that way. You will feel differently because you're going to be differently. You're going to be different, not differently. Adverb, you know. But you are going to be different. You're going to leave there doing the work while you're here to be here with those people. I'm messing up all my words because it's hard to put this into words. It's hard. I mean, this is a big deal. When you feel frustrated with your family, when you feel miserable with your family, that is a good thing. You are here to get over that crap. You're not here to let it propagate and grow and then pass it on to your children. You're here to deal with it. That's the only way that you're going to be healthier. Otherwise, that stuff is going to circle in your head. And we all know that when it circles in your head, then it just takes you right down with it. And then we get sick. Who wants to get sick? Not me. So, everybody sit down. We're going to do just a really quick meditation that I want you to think about just the gist of it when you're at your homes. Okay? Just the gist. Because it's just going to be about letting go of the past, letting go of the future, and just staying present. Okay? If you just remember that, then that's all you need. All right? Everybody close your eyes. Nice, deep breaths. Breathing down into the belly, past the navel, into the pelvic bowl. And if you can imagine it, as you breathe in, the air comes back, it hits the back of your throat, and it just shoots down your spine, lighting up your spine as it travels down into your abdomen. And as you breathe in, imagine that light just filling your belly. And it invigorates every cell. With the breath, you feel the power of your choice. How you choose to handle any situation. And as you continue to breathe, allow that light that is filling your belly to spread, to grow upwards into your chest and to grow downward into your legs. As you look down at yourself, you see light. You see light emanating from every pore of your skin. You see nothing but light. And as you continue to breathe, the light spreads even further still into your throat, down your arms, down into your feet. And as the light hits your feet, feel them grounded in the floor. Feel them solid. Know this is your reality. You are whole. You are rooted. You are firm in who you are. No one experience can change that. No one experience can take away who you know you are. You are a light being. You are full of light. You are full of love. That dissipates any darkness that might creep in. Any feelings of jealousy, any old feelings of bitterness, any grudges. This light burns it away like a scrap of paper. It is part of your experience, but it is not who you are. And with this last breath, a big, deep breath, as you blow it out, see the light move into your head as if you're standing outside yourself. And as the light moves into your head, it shoots out the top. You are connected at your feet to the ground, and the light shooting out the top connects you to something higher, something bigger of yourself. That something bigger is helping you find your way in life. The moments that challenge us are a gift. Take in one more deep breath. And with the exhale, say thank you. Everyone just open your eyes when you're ready. And just realize it is a gift. You're all given gifts. Sometimes they look like they weren't meant for us. But there are no accidents. So with this holiday, think of it as your opportunity for growth, for health. I don't care if you go home and you pig out. I don't care if you eat all December. As you're not going to if you're looking at your life in a certain way. The eating, let's just forget about curbing holiday cravings. Let's look at what's causing the cravings. It's an opportunity. So take it. Any questions? All right. We've had fun this evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, don't die.
And open another bottle of wine.